It's been a while since I took you round the garden, and I was going to take you on an Easter tour, but the sun was really bright yesterday, and really you wouldn't have been able to see very much, and so we decided that we'd do a little tour later on in the week. So we're going to start off just with a sort of aerial view of the garden so that you can have some idea of what the layout is. So let's have a closer look. Starting on the patio, where we have most of our tubs, quite a few of them are going over now. The tulips look really lovely when the sun's out, so I did take a little bit of video when the sun was out just so that you can see that. In among the tulips are some self-sown mimulus, because we had mimulus in this pot last summer. Quite a few of those primroses are self-sown too, as is the forget-me-not. The anemones are just about over now. The skimmer in the pot behind is due to be moved into open ground shortly, because I think it's grown a little bit too big for its pot. And above it we have one of our camellias, which has probably got more flowers on it than we've ever had, and we know for a fact that there are at least two birds, a blackbird and a robin, nesting in there. The other camellia, which you can see sort of right over there in the background, is a red one. It's much bigger, and that one's already going over. You can see that the pink one's losing its petals now rather quickly. We've got some little heathers in a pot, and this one has got its nice new colouring where the new leaves are growing. And the agapanthus we've just brought out from the greenhouse. I'm a little bit concerned as to how we get it back in the greenhouse, because we put it in a bigger pot. Around the pond we've got hostas, which are really getting going now. And the pebble garden is looking really nice at the moment. In fact, it's probably one of my favourite bits of the garden at the moment. You get a better look. It's a wobbly flag that you heard just then from lower down. we pop up the steps. The magnolia is just about finished flowering. And the helibores are now putting on leaf rather than flowers. The snowdrops, bluebells and primroses are still happy. No bluebells yet. And there's some alliums, probably need a little bit of water. We've got a little, what I call a puddle pond, which probably needs replenishing. And the path that I think I showed in one of my other videos has actually been realigned because we didn't think it really worked where we had it. This part of the bed already was planted, so there aren't any new plants in there, it's just the existing plants. Dicentrus flowering away. I know it's been given another name, but it's going to be a dicentra to me permanently. And we have actually added a couple of roses. There's one right over there behind the anemone, by the paving stone. And the other one is just down there. It's the medlar. And if we turn round by the greenhouse, we've got a creeping rosemary and an upright rosemary. The creeping one's flowering really well at the moment. The rhubarb is supposed to be a perpetual variety and it's going to the allotment shortly. There's some herbs in tubs. Fuchsia that's not yet sprouting. In the pot there's some garlic, and the cherry tree has just about finished flowering. The shrub area that we're going past at the moment is all due to be renovated next. We're umming and ahhing about it until the frost devastated the Pieris, and it seemed like a sign. So through to the cold frame area. Got some pots of mint and one cold frame just about full of strawberry plants and cauliflowers. And if we go around the back, some more pots of herbs. And sage. And growing in the raised bed, we've got some spinach and some lettuce that's been planted in a grow bag. Not back down, otherwise the pigeons will be in. It's a fig is just about starting to shoot. And the climbing roses along the fence are also shooting, getting their new leaves. Let's go back. Martin's going to do a video about inside the greenhouse, so I'm not going to go into the greenhouse today. Hope you can hear the birds. So, between the summer house and the greenhouse, here we've got a fernery or a fern bed. The ferns have all been chopped back, and some, like that one over there, are starting to put up their new croziers. The bedraggled climber on the back is a passion flower which has been hacked back, and believe me, it will grow again. Sagaria. The Mahonia that's starting to go over, and then the Daphne, which is now in leaf. That was gifted us by a passing bird. The Choisia's full of flower, and above it we have crabapple profusion, which is dropping its petals like confetti at the moment. The Acer, it's got its flowers. And we've got a few more hostas, and the marsh marigold is looking nice and bright. We've got our mini pebble garden, which has got a few gaps that need filling. Just look at all the petals in there. Bird bath needs filling up. It's like a potpourri at the moment. Just a few flowers left on the red camellia. Thought that was a bud. I think that, oh, there are some buds. There's a bud there. This is the red and yellow border, which probably will have some gaps in it once all these perennials get going. And then we have the pink camellia again. The palm is starting to produce flower buds. Really big fat buds. The birds love to pull at this to make their nests, and the aquilegias at the bottom, they're self-sown from somewhere. They're actually white ones, and I've never planted any white ones, so I don't know where they've come from. And then down path, the steps. Oops, again. And we're back onto the patio. It's quite an old tree fern. I planted a fern in the top of it, which I hope didn't die off when it was dry last year. Anyway, that's just about concludes our tour of the garden, and I think I can smell dinner cooking, so I'm off inside to check up on it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye for now.